It's Monday, August 30th. It's 5 p.m. and we're at, well, I guess 5:35. Sorry, folks. And we are at Nashua High School North Boardroom. I'm gonna get better at this as time goes, I hope, folks. Anyway, their first order of business is an administrative recommendation for the assistant principal at Sunset Heights Elementary School. And our candidate is Matthew Adam Castonguay. If you will join us by Dr. McKinney. Welcome. We're so glad to have you and look forward to getting to know you better and seeing your great work at a great school.
What I hear.
Oh, I think you're going to love it. I used to live right over there, and I have to say that they do a great job. That having been said, would you like to share a few introductory remarks? Tell us a little bit about yourself and
Sure. Yeah,
how you happen
absolutely.
to come to our great city that we're so glad to see you.
Yeah, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you. So I'm Matt Castonguay. I started my educational journey back in 2005, where I was a 4th and 5th grade teacher in Haverhill, Massachusetts. I was teaching at the Bradford Elementary School there for 9 years. I also was a big coach in track and field and cross country during my teaching years. Also very involved with the PTO. I was the PTO teacher rep, so that family and community engagement piece is so important to me. So I was in Haverhill for 9 years, as I mentioned. In 2014, I became the interim principal at the Louise Trahan School in Tewksbury, Massachusetts, which was an elementary school there. I was hired as interim, and then that following winter, I went through the entire hiring process and was named the permanent principal, where I was in Tewksbury for 4 years. Again, brought with me a lot of family community engagement pieces, which were really important. We built a brand new STEAM lab, grassroots level up. We were really excited about that. We brought in a lot of social emotional learning programming into Tewksbury, into the Trahan School. We got our teachers trained in the core competencies of social emotional learning. I know in Nashua you guys have adopted Choose Love, which is a tremendous program. I'm really excited to be a part of that. And also in Tewksbury, we just really worked hard in improving our instruction and focused on tiered instruction and what that meant, and really differentiating the needs for all of our students. So during my time in Tewksbury, my wife and I actually moved to New Hampshire. So decided to see what it's like to be educator up in New Hampshire. So for the past 2 years, I have been in Farmington, New Hampshire at the Henry Wilson Middle School. In Farmington, we were able to really improve instructional practices again. We were really big on celebrating our successes, which is something that I really strongly believe in with our staff, is to celebrate our successes and acknowledge the tremendous teaching and learning that's going on in our school and in our classrooms. Again, we were able to improve our family and community engagement, bringing in some motivational speakers, bringing in the Harlem Wizards. I was told that people never saw that level of engagement in the schools, which was really exciting. Obviously, this past year was difficult with COVID. In Farmington, we were in school for the entire school year. So we had about 75 to 80% of our students who were all in. So we were following the COVID procedures and protocols. And then we had about 20% or so of our students remoting into their classrooms. I really miss the urban feel of Haverhill. I loved being a part and going out in the community and just being a part of the culture of what a larger city is. I definitely was attracted to Nashua because of that, because of the diversity that's present in this community. So I was really excited to apply for the position and go through the hiring process. And Erin Anderson has been wonderful, and she's been very welcoming, and the school just seems like a great place to be. So that brings me to where I am with you guys this evening. So thank you, and I'm so excited to be here.
We're glad to have you here. And I was remiss. I did not say that, unfortunately, Mrs. Oden is not with us tonight, nor Mrs. Faulkner. And so the usual HR committee is complimented tonight by, and I guess this has to go on the record, right? So I guess I jumped out of order. I apologize. So Mrs. Giglio, Jen Bishop, Heather Raymond, and Jessica are here. And would any of you lovely ladies have a question for our candidate?
I'd just like to welcome him. Your experience sounds amazing, and
Thank you.
We're really happy to have you here. You are going to a wonderful school. All our schools are wonderful.
That's what I hear. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Are there any other, Mrs. Raymond?
Oh, thank you so much. I was sat in on your interview, and it was phenomenal, and I am so glad that we were able to snatch you up and get you here before school starts. I'm just curious about your thoughts on Wednesday morning and your plans with Ms. Anderson for welcoming our kids back, especially those that have been out of school for the last 18 months or
Absolutely.
are new to school.
Yeah, and we were talking actually about that earlier when we had our meet and greets, and we were talking that even some of our first and second graders, this was the first time that they were actually seeing our school, and there were a lot of parents and families that were seeing the school for the first time. So we're really looking forward to tomorrow. With tomorrow, it's all about visibility and meeting the kids, right? Welcoming them back into our school. I plan on going into each classroom tomorrow and obviously introducing myself as the new assistant principal, and just telling all of our classes, a quick story about myself, and that I'm excited to be here and work with all of our students and just help our students grow. That's why we come to work every day as educators, right? Is to help improve our instruction and our learning and our growth. Whether we're adults or students. So that's what I'm looking forward to most tomorrow, is just being visible and being with the kids again, something that, as educators we miss when a long period goes by without being with the kids. So I'm excited to meet all the students of Sunset tomorrow, and as I said, be visible and just give everyone a short introduction about myself. And again, Erin's been great, so we're both looking forward to a great first day tomorrow.
All right, great, welcome.
Thank you so much.
Jessica?
Thank you. I'm really glad to have you here with us. So what do you see as the biggest challenges facing the school community as you join the team?
Right now, I think it's still COVID. It's, like as I mentioned, this is going to be tomorrow, the first time that many of our students have stepped foot in a school in a very long time. So there's going to be a lot of transition time. There's going to be, on our part, a lot of patience and spending a lot of time on that SEL, that social emotional learning piece. piece, so that our students become more acquainted with their school and, with learning in person and, getting to know the school, getting to know the procedures, and really, get to know the amazing staff that's at Sunset. I think, that's first and foremost our challenge. And then, as we move forward into the school year, Erin and I will continue meeting and discussing, what we want to see happen and grow in Sunset. I met amazing educators today at our faculty meeting, and it just seems like a really special place. And I'm not just saying that, I really felt that today, even through nonverbal cues or nonverbal actions that I saw a lot of the staff today. They're committed and dedicated, and I'm very excited to be a part of it and get the school year started and hopefully improve in our COVID precautions and what we need to follow right now, and hopefully at some point get back to where we used to be, for so the kids can feel back at school. But we're not there yet, but fingers crossed, and we're really excited to get the school year started.
Hi. Just wanted to welcome you in here.
Thank you.
I have a soft spot in my heart for Henry Memorial. That's where I did my internship as a guidance counselor.
Oh, nice.
Undergrad, and then did juvenile probation stuff in the Milton, Farmington, New Milton area.
Yeah.
So it is an interesting skill set out of that neck of the woods.
It is, definitely.
We are excited to see how Sunset Heights go. That's my kiddos just finished there. So we won't get the pleasure of working with you, but we're excited to have you on the team, and Sunset is a great school, so welcome.
Thank you, appreciate that.
I guess I would have one little question.
Sure.
In your experience, did it encompass, did you have a lot of poverty? Did you have a lot of diversity? The kind of experience you've had? Because I would love to have been part of the group interview, because it's always a wonderful opportunity to get to know people on a nice level.
Uh-huh.
But I missed it, so if you can share that with me, I would love it.
My experiences with different
Poverty? Do we have?
Yeah. So Farmington is definitely a lower socio-demographic community. So we had a lot of our students come from difficult households. When I went there, that's one of the reasons why we really started pushing the SEL piece. Is the highlight of a lot of our students' day was the school day. And once we the spring of 2020, when we had our emergency kind of COVID and everybody was at home, that was something that was really challenging for us, but we worked through it, and we got to see a lot of our students succeed, which was great. But definitely Farmington, having that lower socio-demographic clientele, if you will, really, taught me a lot as an administrator, as well as definitely Tewksbury was more of a suburban community, and then Haverhill, had many sections, that was definitely had some poverty. So I experienced that, as a teacher, and then of course the diversity that we had in Haverhill, and the celebrating of the diversity that we also ensured that we
Happened to
did.
notice our students actually painted that on the wall coming in. I was so impressed.
I did notice that, yeah.
I was
It
watching
awesome.
them do it, and I was astounded. I mean,
Yeah.
these were young 15, 16, 17.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
And when I
looks
got here
great.
today and it was finished, I was so impressed. I thought, wow. So it's just,
I agree there.
yeah, we're very fortunate. So can I look to someone for a motion?
I move that, I need to read it right from here, right? that we approve, well, I need all the details, that we approve Matthew Castonguay, is that correct?
Castongway.
Castonguay, as assistant principal for Sunset Heights Elementary School for the 2021 to 2022 school year at an annual salary of, I don't have my reading glasses on, it looks like 81,000. That's my motion.
And a second from Mrs. Raymond?
Yes, I'll second.
Okay. Is there any further discussion? If not, seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. It's, in the committee, there are only 3 votes, so it would be Mrs. Raymond, Mrs. Giglio, and myself. They are subbing tonight.
Okay.
So we will vote on this later tonight, but if you don't wish to stay through the whole meeting, we understand. And you're going to have a big day tomorrow, so we especially understand.
Yeah, definitely.
But we look forward to getting to know you and working with you and being part of a team.
Yes, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to a great school year here in Nashua, so thank you so much.
No, thank you. And the next order of business is the personnel recommendations. Can I get a motion?
I move to approve the personnel recommendations dated today, August 30th, 2021.
Second?
Is there any discussion? Any concerns? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, so it's unanimous. Is there any further business to come before this committee? Seeing none, do I get another motion?
I move to adjourn.
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye, it's unanimous. Thank you.